Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
God bless you all. Thank you for coming, those who are online and those here and present. There is the good news. The good news in the gospel, and the tradition of the Christians is the message of love. And isn't it funny how love can get clouded with so much doctrine and dogma? And in that, it gets all messed up. However, we know love is eternal. We have that within us. We know what love feels like. We know the reality of love. And it doesn't have to be any religion. When we contact love within ourselves, we can access the eternal part of ourselves. We can access the eternal part of all creation and the Creator. And in this meditation, the good news is the gospel of the Temple of Clarity is access that love. And as you follow that energy of love and you expand your awareness in that consciousness, you have entered the kingdom of God. You've entered a place where you have originated from, where all divine beings live in, like Krishna, like Jesus, like Buddha, like Sanat Kumara. They learned through their inner journey that love is the key. And just by meditating on the feeling of love, of an experience of love, of holding your grandchild in your arms, of your first experience with love with your mother. You've opened a portal of divine consciousness. And that is true meditation. That is going beyond so that is good news. It's so simple. It's so beautiful. So for those of you who are online, what you can do is turn off the TV. Shut the door to the room that you're in, because we're coming for a visit. All of us here. We know where you live. So, get ready to go in with us. Come with us. And together we are going to go into the eternal bliss, the beautiful place that the angels live. If you have a candle, you can light that. If you have a meditation pillow, get it out. And just trust in this alchemy. Trust that something will happen. You will see something. You will feel something. A breeze will come into your room. A fragrance of roses. We are all connected some way, somehow. And because you chose to watch wherever you are, whatever country you're from, we're going to pulse out from our higher selves, our soul selves, our spirit self, a light, a love, a grace, a mercy. I'm going to do an invocation and then we'll start our meditation. In the name of the light most holy, in the name of the love of the Creator that gave birth to each and every one of us, we sit in your presence. We remember this love. We are this love. We are this eternal energy, walking in time and space. We remember who we are. We call to all the angels, masters, Buddhas, all the perfected souls, the ascended ones, the cosmic beings, the Elohim, the creator of worlds and universes, the Divine Mother by all your names, Narayani, Durga, Shakti, Parashakti, Guru Ma, Amma, all the Divine Mothers of Heaven and grandmothers who know the lesson of love, who manifest the highest, clearest emanations of the love that holds the universe together, that holds the family of God together, that connects each one of us. Pull us together in this meditation. Take us with you. Take us into that great silence and peace of divine love.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
coming back. Just feeling your body and finding the place where you're most comfortable in your body. Creating a space of where you're so relaxed. So clear and empty. And empty, but there is something inside you. Something beautiful. Something that the body temple holds. The reason why it was created was to hold this energy. As we relax and we're exploring where that place might be, the place is in the heart. The place where we feel the presence of love. The joy of love. The happiness of love. The beauty of love. The energy. And in that temple of love within your heart, so much can be learned, so much can be seen. We learn the wisdom of love, the patience of love, the mercy of love, the forgiveness of love, the beauty of love, the holiness of love. Sometimes we awaken that within each other, but you are that pure flame of love, walking in time and space, the eternal part of you, the wise part of you, the strong part of you, the compassionate part of you. That is the energy center. That is the life-giving energy. That is the power to create. That is you. And the more you access that secret chamber, that secret temple within the heart, the brighter you are, the shinier your aura is. The stronger you are to face life's challenges. So we choose to go there. We choose to awaken that part of ourselves. We choose to be submerged in the flame of divine love. We choose to emanate, give out this energy. We choose to light the candle for others. For our family. For humanity. Now let us visualize ourselves as living flames of love, of this beautiful light energy. And the more that we concentrate on it, the brighter and brighter, the stronger and stronger this frequency starts to fill you, shine in you. You're attracting it from other universes, from other heaven worlds. This light can be seen by all the angels in all dimensions and all places. They say someone has turned on the God flame. Someone in time and space now is awake to the inner love, the God love, the Divine Mother love. Someone, let's look, and the angels come, and they fan the flame of love. They celebrate this. They celebrate this like it is the greatest, most important thing ever to happen in time and space. With such joy, they sing and they dance around you. You chose. to be the light of the world, the love of the world, the truth embodied. They know your name. They will follow you home. They will give you signs. They will answer your prayers. And more angels are coming. More and more. They have been waiting for this day. They have been praying for this day. This is a beautiful day. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Did you have a nice journey?
I have to ask you guys, does like almost like a half sleep count as a meditation? Yeah?
Yes, I think it does. Let me.
Well, sometimes it's better to be in that state because you have.
It's still
Sometimes
restful.
Sometimes it's better to be in that state because you have no resistance. You know, when we're more conscious or our brain is swirling around stuff, we're deleting stuff that, you know, or whatever. But when we're half awake, half asleep state, we're in the most receptive state consciously that we can be in. So it's perfect. You're taking all of that in.
Yes,
And-
you have a beautiful light around your face.
Oh, wait,
Looks like you've had a journey of some kind.
no, not really. Just be me.
Just being you?
But when I fell asleep, sort of, and I woke up, it was when you said something, and so I immediately came to, and I looked right at you, and it cracked me up because I was like, darn, I got caught again, taking a nap. But I'm not really napping. I think I'm just very relaxed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good meditation.
Like,
I think it still counts as meditation.
it does, doesn't it, Lori?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, that was such a deep state that Dennis put us in that at one time I realized I'd stopped breathing. Oh, good job, Dennis. That was great.
Yeah, that was a good little, what did you call it before we started the meditation? What did you call it? A introduction or?
Oh, the good news, right? Or the beginning, or no?
No, it was like a poem you sort of read.
No.
I don't remember what I said.
It's about the good news.
Who would like this mic? Because nobody can hear anything all of you are saying except for
Right.
online, except for
Lisa?
Dennis and me.
Do you have anything to share, Lisa?
Well, this evening everything started out just fine, but I think I joined you in the nodding toward the end. But it's okay, you know, it's all good because there's, you know, it's not just about your mind or, you know, it's the four lower bodies, you know, and they're integrating the light, and, you know, it's all good.
Hello. I just had a really good meditation. And first it was kind of a swirling, and there was a lot of pink in the room, which was probably the love. And then I was really feeling like a pyramid, and each of us being connected to the pyramid. And then it went into more, I was just the pyramid, and there was a light coming straight down, and almost like my arms were that. And then sometimes when I meditate, I tend to focus on the third eye, and I see colors and what have you. But sometimes when I go really deep, it gets to be, I don't even know if I can explain it, but it's almost like a merging. Finally, that which is out here comes closer and closer until, well, I just feel like it's a sheet of paper or just a flat surface. And I just think it's like I'm almost merging into it. And so that was really nice. And it kind of fell in synchronicity of things that I have just studied. Last night I watched something on Gaia TV. Then I was reading this new book I had gotten on the uncovering of consciousness. And he was saying that, you know, we live in a very materialistic world, and we like to judge everything scientifically. And part of it is we can't help it. It's our culture, and it's how we've been trained. But when you get into the spiritual realm, it's not until you start to let your box of what you think is real or reality or what can happen, until you start to let that go. Because there's a lot of things that you say, oh no, that can't be, or that we should never judge another's experience of spirituality, because you don't know that that's not really a reality. And so when you put down your judgments, it makes it more forthcoming that you will have more, and more will unveil. So, and then that just kind of, it all just kind of dovetailed the way Spirit likes to do.
Right, Dennis.
Yeah,
Your
that's
turn.
pretty much what I saw, is what I said. I was just listening and watching, and I love the simplicity of what kind of like happened.
That was the,
To do a silent meditation tonight.
We,
Lots of times have like music, a song going.
oh yeah. So silence is, I think, the clearest. Music kind of like opens the door a lot of times for me. Yeah, I like music. It really, especially sacred music, music that's inspired, divinely inspired. And I'm looking for that music all the time, to keep
Did
that.
you guys hear the wind pick up?
Yeah.
It had its own little song thing. I'm like, wonder what that is. Is that the wind outside, or is that not? And then it got louder and louder.
It was beautiful, the wind that was dancing out there, and the leaves, and
I love listening.
I invited the wind in the room. And every once in a while I could feel like something on my feet, like the breeze or something as it kind of angled in here.
I have those big Baja palm trees in my backyard, and I have like a papasan that I'll sit on, and at night I'll go out there, and the palm trees, just listening to it. It really is like music if you just listen to the birds or the palm trees. It's pretty cool.
I was trying to remind myself that I am that. The wind. That's us. That's what we are.
Well, the Mayans believe that God is in the wind. I was in
Here, I can do this one.
So the Mayans believe that God is in the wind, and I was presenter at a conference in Cozumel, Mexico, and we also had a Mayan shaman who was another presenter, and he kept summoning the wind and summoning the wind and summoning the wind because God is in the wind, and then we had a hurricane. And when the hurricane happened, I was in the elevator, and so all the power went out, and I was in the elevator by myself, and in the dark. And I thought, well, I'm just going to meditate. So I just sat there and meditated, and then everybody was freaking out because they couldn't find me. I was oblivious to that they were looking for me even. And, then the power went back on and the door opened and I walked out of the elevator and people were like, oh my God. It was just, so it's a little too much calling in God in the wind form for most of the people that were there.
When our heart is open, we can hear the beauty of everything. The wind, the birds, food, your friends, your house, everything is alive. And it's a beautiful thing to notice. When you say, oh, yeah, the wind, that's beautiful, that's happening. The ocean, oh, the sky, the trees, the clouds, that's beautiful, it's happening. Then you know your heart is open.
Everything is art.
Everything is art.
Everything is art. Yeah, it's a manifestation of love. And love kind of makes everything beautiful.
Well, it's everything is God. And truly, everything is one. The sense of separation. And I'm remembering my meditation that, the Divine Mother is entering all of us. I think you mentioned that, And some of it's a little, it's a lot. And it does make you go to sleep because the light descends and your body, it just goes right up. You go right up there with your own mom, So, recognizing and thinking more. I've been a lot lately thinking about that oneness and how, each of us is a part of God, really. An expression, that's right. And a unique expression at that. And so we have this opportunity to find God within ourselves and with others all the time. It's a nice little.
That's why if you find yourself judging others, you're only judging yourself. So that's why if you find yourself judging others, you realize you're not happy and you're only judging yourself. So as soon as you start judging others, you know you're off. Right? You're not at one with everything.
Linda, what do you have to say about that? Judging others.
Oh, I've been, like I said, I was working on my rental property that's been a mess and everything. And, I've had properties for over 30 years. And so this is it's not my first rodeo, cleaning and painting and what have you, but this is the first time I've really done it rather joyfully. I just take my music and my chanting music over, and I'm just listening to chants, and I'm just positive, sending out positive vibes of the kind of, quality person that's going to come and enjoy this space. And there's just no attachment to when it gets done. I mean, normally there's a panic, I got to get it done so I can get a renter in there. And I'm just like, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. If I don't feel like going over one day, I'm not going to go over. And if I only can spend 4 hours, I'll spend 4 hours and not 8. And it's just been it's just a total shift because I'm just trying to stay away from being attached to outcomes and of judging and that sort of thing. And then the other thing I remembered about the meditation tonight was that I felt a real density of my body. Like I was feeling such a lightness of spirit that the body was very prominently a body, very dense. And it was like I just wanted to take off the suit and step on out.
Well, we'll keep our eye on you. You reminded me of something that I've been thinking of lately as well, something I read recently about the thoughts of God. And, what are God's thoughts? Of love, of course, kindness, joy. And then it was like the feelings of God. What are the feelings of God? And this whole notion that can we just allow the feelings of God through us? You know what I mean? The feelings of whatever your divine sponsor is or whatever you call it. And we know those are the virtues. And so that what, you were talking about judgment, and I'm striving to catch it before it gets there. When you're feeling a little off, you can feel it, that kind of angst, that, maybe it's time to do something different. A little music, some, prayers if you pray, or songs if you sing, or music or dance or whatever, to bring yourself back to center. And just recognizing that is not probably the thoughts or feelings of God. You know what I mean?
Even going for a walk on the beach, too.
Amen.
Like a computer, delete when the negative thought comes
I
in.
love
I just
that.
go delete. Nope, that's not true. That's a lie. Delete.
I just change everything around backwards if I have a negative thought. I just flip it.
How do you do that? What's an example?
Oh, I hate my life. Oh, I love my life.
Oh, you flip it. Okay, that makes sense.
So usually when I'm driving to work, you know, or have to wake up at 6 in the morning, you're like, I just love this job. That's my new one lately. I love my job. But you know what? It works. Yeah. Because it somehow tricks your brain into having those feelings and thinking it's real, and then it releases happy, like neurons, right? Or chemicals, the brain's like really stupid. Like you just tell it something and it really believes it doesn't know you're being sarcastic. So like if you get in the habit of doing that, then you do feel better.
So delete it and then flip it.
And what I was watching last night, the lady said the exact same thing. She actually had a Kundalini awakening, and then she's had a lot of interesting spiritual things happen and with different people. And she says, you know, starting just little things like when you try to, it's more, she was talking about quantum leaps, making quantum leaps. That one way is when you set your brain to wake up. Like you don't have an alarm, so you want to wake up at 6 o'clock. It's a starting way to start working with that. But she said many people, if they've woken up and they've had a really rough night and they didn't sleep well and they're tired and they just, you know, their brain is running like that, that if you just drop that thought in, I'm not tired. I am not tired. I feel very energetic. And she said, you just say it a few times and it works.
There is a very interesting book about conscious language. And Robert Louis Stevenson, is that it?
Yeah, Robert Louis Stevenson. I have that.
And it's about replacing those, not just the thoughts, but the words. Leave out all the N words, and the D words, and it's like, and I actually worked on it for some time, and instead of saying, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go to work, say, flip it like you're saying, and say it, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be positive. Give the positive affirmation of what's going on instead of the negative that you aren't really planning on doing. He gets into real detail. Very interesting. He's studied the Hopi Indians, and if you're at all interested in language, this guy is great. He has whole classes, and you know.
Those aren't even our thoughts.
Probably not.
No, so that's why I find it. Let me to her, please. So those aren't our thoughts. Those didn't even originate with us in our heart. They're just like random brain crap. So I find it so funny. Like that's why I almost like find it like a little bit silly when I flip it, because it's like I'm not falling for that. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I choose to be grateful for everything I have and everything I'm doing. So it's so easy once you just kind of get the hang of it.
I
You're
also literally swipe left with my hand to move it away, because bodies like motion. You know, it makes it real for the body that you're actually doing something. So you can swipe left and then replace it with a new statement.
Or if somebody's energy, I'll do a swoosh.
Yeah. So you need to make it real for the body, because, you know, it's buying into the old stuff.
Robert Louis Stevenson. It's called Conscious Language. And I was thinking that I do the same thing. But I also, and you can leave those butts out, they stop you, called for a little divine intervention. Ganesha. See the trunk, removing all the barriers. Ganesha. Move that negative out of the way. Move that barrier. Yeah, yeah. And, use the trunk. And Hanuman. Hanuman is a very powerful being. Hanuman. Went to a Hanuman temple when I was in India. He's the monkey god. And he's like a cosmic being. He's very powerful. Asking him to particularly remove fear. Recently, we've been sort of hit with that one. And, get a little help from the angels. If you have an angel you're interested. It's like whoever you're drawn to. St. Anthony. I've been praying to St. Anthony a lot lately, as you can imagine. And it's been, we received a teaching recently that St. Anthony does help you find things, right? There's this little poem. But he helps you find new levels of consciousness as well.
Very good.
Asking, help me to see, something new aspect of God in myself and in others. You know what I mean? That let's go for it with St. Anthony. You know what I mean?
I called on the angels to help me put this air conditioner back together today. It's like one of those large ones that go out the window,
Yeah.
And bless tenants, but I don't know what they do to things, but it was just all taken apart. And it has like a bunch of little seams, and I get it on one side and it pop out on the other, and then it would, and I was finally, I went, Spirit guides and helpers, let's get this done now. And it just, woof. And we got it done.
Isn't that a comforting thought that you can work with the invisible, positive beings to get things done? Yeah, I love that.
Or even to get ideas of how should I fix this? I'm stuck.
Indeed.
Stuff drops in, and she's very handy.
Yeah. Let's utilize the resources that are available to us. And there's tons of them. Ask and you shall receive.
Someone, I don't know where I heard this before, but they said there's a lot of unemployed angels.
I say there's a lot of unemployed guides.
And there's a lot of unemployed guides too.
That are trying to learn something by helping you. So they're preparing themselves for their next incarnation. But if you're not letting them help you, you're stopping their education.
So just invite.
Say the guardian angels are the lowest.
Pass this over to her.
I think the guardian angels are the lowest in the spheres of angels. So they are like, people laugh about them and say they're the unemployed angels, the guardian angels.
Oh, guardian angels. Well, I think the way they meant it was that people have lost contact with angels. They don't believe in angels. And so they refuse any kind of, they block out any kind of connection to source or angelic help. And so the angels just stand around with nothing to do. And so if you're ever in a bind, call to all the unemployed angels who have nothing to do to help in that situation. And you've gathered an army of angels that are happy to do something. They have nothing to do, and they're happy to do something. So that's like bored teenagers, right? They're happy to do something. And I think it's the same thing with spirit guides too. They have nothing to do because some people have just shut that door, and I think more and more people are experiencing the reality of angels and guides, but I'm happy to invite any kind of help from the heaven worlds in all these earthly struggles. Why work hard? Work smart, right? Bring in all your help.
I think the guardian angels are the hardest working angels on the planet because they got us all through our childhoods. How many of us would not be here if there weren't intervention from the other side? I mean, yeah, exactly. So I think they were following us around. Thank goodness, thank God. Our teenagers, until we, sort of outgrew having to have that 24/7. So I think we're all be indebted to our guardian angels.
What's that one movie you like? The little boy has all the little angels around him. You know which one I'm talking about? Which one? The one with the little boy, and then there's like 4 spirit guys. that are around him.
yeah. With Robert Downey Jr. and
Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's
Heart and Souls.
Heart and Soul.
Heart and Soul. Angel movie.
He's on the trunk, they're all riding on the car, yeah. Okay.
Lisa, there's your microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to forgive us. I forget. Yeah. It's
Heart and
What was
Soul.
the name of it? Say
Robert
it again.
Downey Jr.
Heart and Souls. Yeah.
It's pretty old, but it's super cute.
It's cute.
Well, we're going to sign off for tonight, and I have some watermelon I'm going to cut up. Does anybody want any watermelon? It's early in the season, but
We've been eating it for weeks.
yeah, I have a half of it left. Gave some on Sunday during the closing ceremony for Brahman Kiri. I got another half. You saw the watermelon?
Oh, there's a big watermelon there.
That was me. So for those of you online, we'll be broadcasting again tomorrow. I want to say hello to Sarah, who's in St. George, Utah, on her way to Salt Lake City to pick up her stuff. Hi, Sarah. St. Eric is online. He wanted to know what kind of music that was. And who else do we have online? That's all I see. That's all who've put in the chat anyways. God bless you, everyone. Keep churning. Keep your spiritual walk. When you get close to the finish line, run faster. Go faster, because the victory is right there. In the name of the Christ, we call to you, O beloved angels, all of our guardian angels. Take this love light, multiply it, send it to all people who are in need, all those who are suffering, the homeless, the mentally ill, the drug addicts, those who are suffering from depression, anxiety, panic, fear, those in intensive care units. Shine this love light on them. We ask for a special blessing for all the doctors, nurses, hospital staff, all the people in prisons who are dealing with their karma and what they created. We ask that this be a turning in their lives and a turning and a deliverance of their souls so they return back to the path of love. The end of war in Russia and the Ukraine. The energy of war, we ask this light to eradicate it, erase it, destroy it, nullify it in the astral worlds, the astral prisons, or wherever it's originating from. Transform it back into its pure essence of love light. Good night, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow night.